Hello and welcome to this INFO244 key concept presentation on truncation and wildcards. In this presentation, you will learn about how truncation and wildcards work, when it makes sense to use them in your searching, and what they achieve. Essentially, both truncation and wildcards help to broaden your search and capture all variants of a search term. Let's look at truncation first. Truncation is a technique frequently used in keyword searching, where it helps to reduce the number of variations you have to search on separately. You simply add an asterisk to the end of the root of a word to tell the database you are using to search for all forms of that word. The root can usually be determined as the point where the spelling of the word could change. The examples I'm about to describe are included on the slide for visual reference. In the first example, let's say you're interested in researching the effects of social media use in adolescents. It is highly likely that relevant articles on this topic will include the term adolescent, but it is also likely that searching for social media use in adolescents will yield useful and relevant results. Simply include the root of the word, adolescen, in your search string, replacing the variable ending with an asterisk to retrieve results containing either ending. This approach would also work well when searching a term such as technology. Entering technolog * would retrieve technology, technological, and technologies. Truncation can save you time and make your searching more efficient. You won't need to type all variants of a word into the search box. The asterisk will cover this for you. A word of warning: placing the truncation symbol in a word too soon might be counterproductive to your search. For example, if you search MON asterisk with the goal of retrieving money, monetize, monetization, etc., you will also retrieve Monday, monster, and a whole host of other unwanted results. Let's now turn our attention to wildcards. Wildcards work in a similar way to truncation in that a symbol is used to replace 1 or 0 characters in a word to retrieve alternative spellings. This symbol is almost universally a question mark, and it's placed inside your search term. If this sounds a little confusing, let's look at some examples where the technique is useful. Once again, these examples are on the slide for visual reference. Spelling variants between British and American versions of a word are an excellent place to use a wildcard. Searching for labour, for example, you type in LABO?R, and this will retrieve all documents mentioning either the American or British spelling. The question mark replaces either 0 characters to retrieve the American LABOR, or it replaces the letter U to retrieve the British LABOUR. Similarly with anemia, replacing the second A in the British spelling of the word with a question mark will retrieve both variations. A final word of advice if you're using Google Scholar. Google Scholar doesn't recognise truncation symbols. Instead, it uses automatic stemming behind the scenes and searches for the term you enter, plus any additional letters on the end of that word. Currently, Google Scholar appears to search automatically for synonyms related to the words in your search string, but results can be unreliable. This may be a situation where writing out all the variations of your search terms in full might be the better approach. Lastly, before you start your search, it is always good practice to double-check the correct symbol to use for either technique. You can consult the pro sheets for the database or databases you are using, or click on the help link and search truncation or wildcards. I hope you enjoyed this truncation and wildcard presentation and that you gleaned some useful information on how to streamline your future searching. Go ahead and try some of the techniques discussed in your next searches and see what you think.